Hello there, my friend. I believe you are very fine. This is Teacher Shadrach. I'm welcoming you to this YouTube channel. If it is your first time to get into this channel, don't forget to subscribe if you find that the contents uploaded here are of benefit to you. Nevertheless, these are contents related to computer studies, especially this particular video. If you have no interest in computer studies, especially the project year 2025, you may keep checking some other things out there in YouTube or wherever else. But if you have the interest, then you are in the right place. So welcome. On my table here, I've got this paper. This is Kenya National Examination Council's paper. So I find there is necessity for us to work together to have a clear mind on what is expected of us, most particularly in approach of the system construction as required. There's a section which is required in your computer studies project 451/3. So most welcome. This year, I believe we are all aware that we are handling a project titled Victory School Club Membership System. And so far, because we are in the month of April, it's my imagination that you have so far dealt with a section that's called system analysis. Have you? If you have not, then you are late. And then again, you have also dealt with system design. So again, if you haven't, then you are late, because those should already be with your teacher and should already be assessed, or probably in the time of being assessed, depending on the schedule of Kenya National Examination Council. Now, my desire today is first to remind you that milestone 1, where especially the section of design, you did put down the things that you are anticipating to do in the computerized system. You did a system flow chart, a picture that shows us how will the information flow, how is the logic, where do we begin, where do we get to, and so on until the final step. Then after that, you have gone ahead, you have identified all the variables necessary for your system, and in a process that you call normalization, you broke them down into independent entities where you are not exactly independent, but into entities that can be self-contained, managed as one unit, like the club members, like the clubs themselves, like payments, and the like. Those are entities for which records will be stored. Then that was in a section that we call file specification or table specifications. Then after that, what did you do? You did input design. Input design is where you drew using drawing tools the tables the forms that are required. You illustrated, how am I going to create my registration platform for a new member. Okay, you illustrated that. So then you went ahead and gave us output design. Now we want now to translate what you did into design into the system itself, the thing that people will be interacting with the computer there, and then they are going to be keying in information, seeing the design materialize into a real system. So this is what I would like us to do. And the reason of doing this, I don't want you to make a mistake of imagining that I'm giving you any slightest leakage. No, I'm trying just to help us go through the gray areas which might not be very clear to you. With the little knowledge that you learned in Form 2, it might not be so much sufficient to get you towards a complete system. And that's why you find many times students are always tempted to go cheat. They ask their cousins, please develop for me the system. They ask whether there is any website where we can buy these things. Avoid those things. We don't want you to go to hell. we want us to celebrate together in heaven. And that's the reason why I felt it's good for us to work together, to have a walk together, so that we demystify the gray areas, especially pertaining to this project. Okay. Now, with that, what I have done, guys, is that I have already sat down, looked at the paper, and I've gone through the very many aspects of the paper and looked at what do I require, especially in terms of the storage of information. As in terms of storage of information. Okay. So on your screen now, we can move together and I'll show you, I'll illustrate to you the tables that I have already found necessary for the system. So the mouse pointer might misbehave when I point to something because when I zoom in, I know there is that common tendency of Microsoft Windows not knowing where I'm pointing to. So check what I might keep mentioning and the relationship of what I'm saying and what is on the screen. So, guys, this is my preliminary system, or it is just a skeleton so far. We have not done much in it. What I can say is that I have developed the tables for now. So, Victory School Club Membership System is what I have called it. Even yours should be called thus. Probably what you can add is your own index number, isn't it? Now, I found there are tables that I need. I need an activities TBL. I need activities contributions TBL, clubs categories TBL, clubs table. Don't get lost. I'm going to show you in details when I will be discussing my relationships. Okay. Memberships TBL, patrons, payment narrations, payments TBL, roles, streams, and students TBL. Okay, very soon, probably towards the end somewhere, or when that time comes, I'll be generating yet another table which I feel is necessary called users TBL. Guess what? Your system should have a way of checking who logged into your system, what did they do, what access level do they have, what information should they access. Okay. With that knowledge now, let me show you my relationships so that I can also mention about the various fields, as many fields that I will be able to mention about. I have opened from database tools, I've gone to relationships window, and these are my relationships. I'm displaying them and pausing for a while so that this is just for comparison purposes, not for copy pasting purposes, for comparison purposes, so that as we move together, you'll be comparing what you have achieved so far with what teacher Shadrach has done so far. Okay, so I'm pausing for you to screenshot that. I believe you have paused the video, you have screenshot, and that is perfectly done. You are a smart guy. I believe that. Now, let me explain how these tables are organized and why I found them important. I'll start with on my right side. On my right side, I've got this table called Students TBL. So in a school scenario, students are normally registered. As you come, you are registered. You are given an admission number. That admission number is what I'm calling student ID up there. And then first name, middle name, you can just call it full name if you like. Okay. Other details like class. Remember, classes are gotten from Streams TBL. Streams TBL is where I have stored my classes. I did not just want to put down a drop down button such as to allow me choose east, west, south, and north, but I thought of, and this is what you should always think about, you want to have a dynamic scenario that a school can expand having more streams than the four. Another school B might have different tags for the streams, cheetah, rhino, and so on. So to cater for that, it's good to create a table which will handle your streams and stream values. Okay, that's what made me to have that. And you can see that in the streams table now I have class ID. Class ID is something like 4E, 3E for East. Okay. Then the date of birth for every learner, gender, photograph, other fields that we could have added are like what? Father's name, mother's name, date of birth, date of birth, I already have it, location of birth, chief of the area, county they come from, and so on. And then I have an attachment, which is a photograph, So that student TBL contains all the students in the school. But remember, it's from them now that we are going to have people joining various clubs. People joining various clubs are from students, isn't it? So that's why I have table 2, which is memberships TBL. Every time you choose, like now I choose deliberately to join a computer club, all right? Joining computer club. So what do? I approach whoever is in charge of registering people into various clubs, and then they are going to give me a number, a membership number for computer club. So for computer club, I have found they have already registered about 10 people. So I'm now member number 11. I'm given member number 11. Wewe, kijana, member number 11 ni wewe. You are member number 11. So that becomes my membership ID. Remember, this is an automatically generated number. And then student ID, which is my admission number, is referenced from which table? Students table. Okay, this is my admission number, and it's the one which is establishing a relationship between students TBL and memberships TBL. 1, 2, many relationship. Then club ID. Which club have I joined? If I follow the line here, the bolded line there, you find it's getting me to a clubs table. This clubs table is the one which stores information about our clubs. Computer club is club 01. Club ID is 01. And then club name is computer club, debate club, and so on. Club category, remember there is still another table that I have here, which is storing information about the 3 or 4 categories in this paper. How many categories were you able to see? Where? Here. Oh, check. Around page 2, around here. How many categories were you able to identify? Personally, I found 4. Okay, category 1, category 2, category 3, and 4. Based on, their differences in registration fee, the registration fee that we are paying. So clubs categories, and then again, you'll notice every club belongs to a particular category, has a patron, and then who is that patron? Patrons are like the teachers. The teachers are stored in this table. We are calling them patrons for now, but they can be teachers. We can call you as teachers, TBL, because the teachers are the ones who are going to become your patrons. Are we together? So in the patrons, I have patron name, I have patron's photo, I have phone number. Back again to clubs. Relationships are like a web. You go this way, you go this way, you go this way. But nevertheless, when you master, you have the mastery of creating proper relationships. It does not become a problem to you at all as a database developer. So patron, you can see every patron is identified uniquely by a patron ID, which we borrow as a foreign key into clubs table. Then we have a club logo. That's just my own imagination. And then a club motto. Then we get back to my memberships TBL. We have every member belongs to is given a particular role. Even in the paper somewhere again, you notice there are those broad categories where people can belong to. They can be regular members. They can belong to the category of executive level or leadership level. Okay, so the role you are given, if you are just a mere member, general member, if you are given any other responsibility, chairperson, a secretary, those roles are stipulated in this particular table, roles table here, roles table, which you can see the line which we have here is indicating that we have a relationship. So role is something like chairperson, secretary, a treasurer, and so on, based on various clubs. Okay. Now, And then membership category is now, from what I have talked about, a member can be regular, or when you are given a position of leadership, you belong to the category of executive. So there will be those two fields, two entries here in membership category, either general or regular member or executive. So when you pick a role, then that is how it is normally attached. We can be able now to identify which category do you belong to. They joined membership status such as active, dormant, or even cleared, like a Form 4 would be marked as cleared. Then who cleared you? Again, that will be done by a patron. So you find patron ID is the one which is referenced to by cleared by. Cleared by. You can see there's a line. And then date cleared. When you exit in Form 4, you are marked as a cleared student and date cleared. So are we together that far? On this left side, I've got activities table, I've got activities contribution. Let me talk about these two tables. When we plan a new activity, like visiting Shosho Flora in Kayole, who is needy, that will be an activity that we have planned as scouting movement, as debate club. So we give that activity a number, and then which club is involved? Club 01, which is computer club. We already gave it a number. So club 01, and then activity name, visiting Shosho Flora in Kayole, who is needy. Then activity date, when are we planning? And then when we have spent probably all the expenditure consolidated, we are going to put that amount here. Then remember, who are the financiers of these activities? It's us club members. So like I am club member, I 11 in the computer club. Probably in another club, I'll be a number 49. Okay, if I join debate club, I will be given another membership ID. Okay, so that membership ID is captured to know who is this person who has done the contribution. Then date of contribution, when did they make the contribution? Then the amount they have contributed. That's the idea of these two tables. Okay. So you can see the relationship existing in the payments narrations. When I zoom in, there was that disruption. Payments narrations, and then payments table. You can see the relationship that exists. Once a member pays for something like registration fee, that's the narration. Registration fee, renewal fee, penalty, that's the amount required, and then the date required. Then once we do make the payment, it will be captured into this table, payments TBL. Membership ID. Who is this member? Member number 11 is me in computer club. Or member number 49 is me in debate club. And so on and so on. Okay. Then what did I pay for? Is borrowed from payments narration. I paid for new registration. New amount paid, and then the payment date. You can see that. So guys, I am going to leave you again with the zoomed out structure of my relationships, so that if you have not already screenshot, you can always screenshot it, and then I believe now we have a basis of where we should begin from. We carry on together. My desire is that we follow on to the end where we are going to have the final product. Otherwise, God bless you so much. Thank you for tuning in. May you stay safe. May you stay blessed. I believe we shall have more and more to do together. At the end of it all, we shall be smiling and saying, it was good to be here. Thank you once again.